No Harry Potter movie is
And
good.
you're like, give me the Snyder Cut. Oh, sorry, just walk in front of you here. Gonna put my popcorn down. Oh, sorry, gotta put this here.
Universal needs to sue Sony.
Hey, I'm an idiot. I was fired from Fox. Let me go.
I'd like actually to see Venom just crush Spider-Man.
Hello, everyone.
Hello there.
So we're back, and we're doing something a little bit different with this format setup. You can't see it, but everyone who's watching can see it. And if you're listening, then you can't see this either.
Oh yeah, did you get our face cameras to show?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's why it took a little bit longer to set everything up,
Hello.
so they can actually see us. I know, because we're doing this different. We're doing a review of a movie because we watch the movies, and we're doing a podcast. Kind of a mini podcast, like a special one. And then next we're going to record the normal podcast, but then you'll get that at a different point because, algorithms and stuff, I guess. I don't know.
All that jazz.
So I'm one of your hosts, Cull, and you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, and basically everything at Cull_Deadpool. And I'm joined as always by my other host.
Hey, I'm Alon. You can follow me on Instagram, same handle, alon.s154, and you can follow the Comic Boys Twitter and Instagram at comicboys_. So check that out.
I feel like doing this from my literally having my laptop on my lap is a bad idea because the camera doesn't get right. But whatever, who cares? This is how we do it. And I'm wearing my Endgame shirt. See, it's all for the occasion.
He's got that sick ass Endgame shirt on there.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about Doctor Strange. It's a spoiler, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it and then come back. I swear to God, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Don't watch this. I'm telling you, okay?
Watch it in 3D.
I think every showing, or at least the beginning showings, have all been in 3D because of the Avatar trailer,
Yeah, that makes
which
sense.
we'll talk about on our normal podcast because this is about Doctor Strange, and that movie was a lot.
Yes, it was.
So, what did you think of the movie? We have not talked about this, by the way, at all. It's funny. You came to the theater and I told you I don't want to hear it.
No,
I don't care.
Don't tell me anything. I only told you one thing, but I didn't show you my opinion. But I liked the movie. I like to say it was solid as a rock. I thought the effects were really nice and well done. Benedict Cumberbatch was always great. Elizabeth Olsen was easily the MVP of this movie.
In that sense, we agree.
Yeah, America Chavez was a new solid addition. I think she was pretty good. I like the Mordo and Doctor Strange hand-to-hand fight. That was actually my favorite part of the film.
You're beating around the bush, and I don't like it at all. I hate it. Stop beating around the bush. Say it.
This was a really.
Say it. Nope. Say it.
What I told you last night.
What was the best part of this movie?
Oh, the best part of this movie was the second post-credit scene. Are you serious?
No. Well, stop beating around the bush.
Are we talking about spoilers right now or not?
It's all spoilers.
Oh,
the spoiler's on the screen. If you aren't watching them.
Easily the best part of this film was, John as Reed Richard, Patrick Wilson coming back as Professor X, Haley Atwell as Captain America or whatever her name is, Lashana Lynch coming back as Maria Rambeau and Black Bolt. Oh, amazing, incredible.
Now, we'll ignore the fact that you called Patrick Stewart Patrick.
Patrick Wilson's another dude.
This is not Aquaman.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart, my bad.
No, it's not Aquaman.
This is not Moonfall.
But yes, we stopped beating around the bush finally, and you got to the heart of it, the Illuminati, and more specifically, honestly, yes. I gotta say, and I don't know, I don't think I actually told you this. My favorite part of the movie, honestly, was when they all died.
Oh, when Wanda was
that's
killing
so much
them?
Fun.
Dude, I told you this last night. Wanda was a menace. She was an absolute menace in this
She was
movie.
like prime LeBron James when he was dominating the East on the Cavs.
No, but she was so violent. It was insane.
Yeah, she was. And this movie took a very horror tone, which it was easily
Yeah.
I guess the quote unquote scariest Marvel movie, I guess, which I loved, by the way.
The director, Sam
Literal
Raimi, he does
legend. This
horror
is the best
movies.
Sam Raimi movie he's ever made.
Well, Spider-Man 2 is
Nope.
still out there. It doesn't exist.
But yeah, I mean, I think honestly, this was easily like a top tier Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
100%.
okay, so I have a question for you because I know you're a little bit
Mhm.
more into the spoiler culture than I am. Did you know the Fantastic Four thing was coming?
No,
Did you know the
actually, no,
Inhumans thing was
I
coming?
actually didn't know that. No,
We
none
knew,
of
well,
them.
you knew the
Only,
Captain. Well, and it's funny because remember, we were actually last episode, we were talking about.
yeah, you said Tom
That's what everyone
Cruise
was telling
was
me.
Maria
I was
Rambeau.
deceived.
Oh, and then we were disappointed
I
and
mean,
he
I don't know if it
didn't
was just.
show up.
I mean, I don't know. It was kind of a reverse surprise, but you know.
We knew Peggy Carter was in it because she was in one of the posters and the TV spot.
And also, okay, just out of curiosity, before we continue, because I need to ask this, how did your theater respond?
Oh no, they were
But
cheering.
like when?
When they okay, so it actually went like this: Peggy Carter, silent; Maria Rambeau, silent;
Silent?
Black Bolt, silent; John Krasinski, some claps and cheers, and then Professor X, it got loud.
Silent? Did you have a
Yeah,
nice
it
theater
was
of
insane. I was expecting,
non-weirdos? Wait, when did you make noise?
and it's weird because it was like a Thursday. Um,
I'm sure you
when was it?
freaked out at John
During
Krasinski. Black
100%,
Bolt.
and Peggy and Black
Like,
Bolt. Yeah. What about you? You probably cheered
obviously,
for
yeah,
all of
yeah,
them, didn't you?
obviously.
Obviously, that
It's
goes
funny.
without saying.
I was cheering, and I think my sister's sitting next to me, and she taps me. She's like, "It's okay, don't worry," because I think she thinks I'm dying.
She doesn't understand the excitement.
Which, to be fair, like I was.
She she needs to
Well, she
understand the hype.
understands the hype, right? But she was like, because I was like because like what I do when I'm like cheering, I don't actually like I don't like being like loud and obnoxious when I cheer. So what I'll do,
Yeah,
I make this
yeah,
weird, like I do a little bit of a gasp, right? And then like a kind of cheer type thing, but it'll be quiet because
yeah.
I don't want to disrupt the movie.
What when we saw Batman, I remember when Batman started beating up those thugs on the subway, you were
Yes,
doing your little
yes.
quiet cheer. That was
Because like I
awesome.
don't like
I remember
disrupting.
that.
See, it's kind of like like Nick Nurse, like he'll always kneel because he's like used to like not wanting to block. Like he feels like he's blocking the TV when he's on the sideline. It's like the same
Yeah,
thing. It's like I don't feel like don't want to disrupt the movie, by making noise, even though everyone else is making noise. And
yeah.
to be fair, I was sitting in a very terrible theater. I need to just talk about
Why?
theater conduct a little bit, okay?
Wait, did you go
No,
to
no,
a
no.
Scotiabank Theater?
Yeah, no. I
Oh,
went to
okay.
Empress Walk.
Which one did you go to?
Yeah, because I'm home now. Sorry.
Oh, okay. What was the theater like there?
So
What was their behavior
just
like?
a general thing I think is important to say. And we talk about theater conduct here a lot because we believe it in movies the way they're meant to be seen. And I'm not against cheering in movies, right? Because obviously I'm someone who likes movies and I love the atmosphere of people cheering and getting excited for things. But this is the thing. At the beginning of the movie, they didn't turn off the lights properly. Well, like they didn't turn off
Really?
the lights fully. Like they'll because like like they turn it off in sets, right? So like they have the top set of lights at like the front, then they have like the
Hmm.
side lights, the
Yeah.
pot lights, the emergency lights, whatever,
Mhm.
and then they have the back lights right at the last two rows. So
Yeah.
they turned off the front lights and then the side lights, but the back lights were still on. So there's like two lights on, right? And I was sitting right at the end of that.
Yeah.
So then there are people who are behind me or whatever who are screaming, trying to scream at them, turn off the lights, okay? Now, typically, you like I understand you're trying to get their attention, whatever, and you're trying to get them to turn off the lights, right? But then what happened was
Hmm. Hmm.
the movie started. They kind of realized, I think it was like right after the like just a little bit into the intro, they realized, right?
Oh,
Which is
okay.
good. And then they started turning off the lights. So then what they did is
Yeah.
they first, because it takes time. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm just gonna assume that you can't turn off the lights instantly. Like it does take like a few seconds to like properly turn off everything, and because
Yeah.
you have to go through that process, right, of turning off those lights and whatever. And so they turned off the back ones, but then the side lights came on, whatever. And then people were still started screaming again, and it's like, okay, man, chill out, please. Like, no,
Chill.
but they're
It's just
turning them off. Like, they
lights.
clearly understand and they're clearly there and they're clearly seeing it, right? So it's not like it's different if, okay, well, we don't know if they're seeing it. They're clearly doing something, which means they see it. So you don't have to scream, you know? I stared at them angrily, but, you know.
In a condescending way, telling
Like,
them to
just, you
turn
don't
off the
have to
light.
scream like rowdy, like just, you tell them, you can, whatever you scream once so make sure they know. But if they're doing it, just leave them alone and leave us alone. Because the movie's also going on at this point, right? Like the movie's,
Yeah.
whatever, a few minutes in at this point, so it's kind of like, why do you not, are you just not, just watch the movie?
Yeah. What about the cheering? When did your audience cheer?
And as you can tell from the first story of the lights, I had a little bit of a rowdy audience, you could say. They cheered
Oh,
at everything.
okay.
Everything, everyone.
Everyone? Much different from my experience. If you're cheering for the five,
All of
what was
them.
it? Five members?
Also
Yeah.
at various
And then
other
for
points in the
mine,
movie,
they
just
just did for
randomly,
two.
just
About
random
what?
things.
Like,
I'm
what's an
trying to remember.
example? Like,
Um, when Scarlet Witch came to Camartage and started like killing everyone. Yeah, there was
oh,
also a bunch
okay.
of like specifically the people around me. I didn't hear this for anyone else, but there were a lot of whisper talk during the movie too. Also, the other thing which I just need to
Mm.
point out and just put out there because it's something I have to say: turn your phones the hell off,
Turn your
please.
phone off. It literally says to you before the
And
film,
not
please
even that.
turn your phone off.
It wasn't a ringtone, and typically it isn't a ringtone. It's the light of the phone. When you turn that, someone turned it on
Yeah.
to check the
Yeah.
time, I think, or something, or maybe they got a notification buzz and whatever. They turned it. They picked up their phone and they turned it on. So look at my Darth Vader case. But
Darth Vader.
they pick it up and they turn on their phone whatever, to look at the time. But then I'm sitting right behind them and the light's like in my face and I'm like,
It's like blinding you. You're in a dark room and like
well, it's
that's
just
gonna blind your
inconvenient
eyes.
because see, I need to be able to focus on the screen. But if there's another light, I'm gonna look at that light, and I'm not gonna look at the movie, and then the
Mhm.
movie's ruined for me. So please just don't do it because why? Can you not just wait?
Yeah. That's weird. Your theater cheer. What else? Because you said there's multiple occasions where your theater cheered in addition to Wanda and the Illuminati.
There was actually the other time they cheered, and I remember this because this was the reaction I had in my head, but they actually had to say it out loud, right? Because I guess why not? I don't know. So the line where Wanda is talking to Mr. Fantastic, right? And she's like, she essentially asks, "Is there anyone to like? Do you have children?" He's like, "Yes." And then she's like, "Do they have a mother or whatever, or do they have someone to watch them?" And he's like, "Yes, they have a mother, whatever, right?" And she's like, "Oh, good, because they're gonna need they're gonna then it's good. They're at least they're gonna have someone to look after them, right?" So
Mhm.
that was in my head. I was like, "Oh my god, she just said that, right?" But they have to do that
Yeah.
out loud.
Oh yeah. They're like, oh. Oh my God. Your theater sounded so rowdy.
Yeah, I didn't like it. And then at the end, it's funny, right? Because so the end credit scene happens. We'll talk about this later, but it's Clea,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah.
And they at the end, I hear them, and they're like, "Who the hell is that? What? Who's that?" And they start like saying all these stupid things, and I just tell them, very calmly, "It's Clea," and then I just
Clea.
leave. But my theater was a bit, yeah,
Your theater sounded a lot
yeah.
more like a rodeo. The only other reaction was a lot of gasping when Wanda crushed Black
And
Bolt's brain.
snap Charles' neck.
Yeah. those are like there were like a lot of gasps and
Yeah,
shocks,
my
but
theater
that's
was
it.
very annoying. Didn't like. See, they're a good theater. Like I like this thing. Like I actually had a really good theater for Spider-Man because Spider-Man, the cheers were just right. You know, Daredevil shows up. Yes, you got to cheer, obviously. Um,
Garfield
yeah,
shows up.
obviously the three Spider-Men show like individually when they show up, and then when they're all posing together on the
Mhm.
Statue of Liberty, right? Obviously you got to cheer for those
Yeah,
things, and then there's a few laughs in between, right? That's
yeah.
reasonable. This was
Mhm.
unnecessary.
Unnecessarily
And
bad.
it just yeah, and I get people are having a good time, but come on, there's like a good time, and then there's just because your head also exists. Like you can say things in your head that you don't say out loud, but I guess they don't know
Hmm.
that, or maybe they do.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's always interesting. I like list, and the other thing I like to do. I don't know if you do this, but what I like to do is I'll like hang back a little bit, and I'll like listen to people talk about the movie, overhear conversations, just to kind of get a sense of what
Uh-huh.
people thought.
Well, it depends on the
Yeah,
language, you know. I was I was overhearing someone, but they were speaking in some
other language.
Middle Eastern language. I think it was probably Arabic, and I don't understand Arabic like a little bit. I
Yeah.
know, hello and yalla and all that stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of there are people talking about it because there's a lot of young people with even younger than
Mhm.
me, and some of them older than me
Yeah.
because I'm like a weird middle age, like
What
between
did
of
you
the general audience.
what did you think of the movie like already from the start having a pretty big
Oh my
action
god, I loved
sequence?
it.
It was such
It
a
was
good start.
visually stunning,
It was.
and so I don't know if you caught this, but there's 2 points which in that first sequence, the first set of
Mhm.
scenes, whatever, where there were two Superman references or homages.
Which no,
So the first
don't
one was
remember.
there was the when he was at the wedding and there's the monster, right? He pulls like the way he
Hmm.
pulls off his shirt and then the cloak comes around. It was very
Oh, that's like
Superman
a
like in
Clark
terms of
Kent.
like pulling it off.
Yeah, it's really
And
Clark
then the
Kent
other
type thing.
part was when after he was, I think, if the continuity in my head is correct, it was when he got knocked out, right? And then he saves. Uh, so then and then whatever the girl's saved, right? And the
Hmm.
America Chavez is standing there, and then he's comes flying down from like the side. And the way the camera
Hmm.
looks, it looks with the red cape and whatever, and the blue kind of suit. It kind of gives that
Looks
Superman
like Superman.
vibe, because when Superman kind of flies in,
Yeah,
and it was kind of the camera was positioned that way that you typically get. Those felt like very intentional Superman references, and I liked
Supermanish.
it.
Yeah. Wonder what led the writers of the
No, it was all
film
Sam Raimi,
to want
100%.
to go into Superman like that. Yeah, wonder what Sam Raimi got for inspiration for that. Like,
I,
why did he choose Superman?
I mean, I don't know if there's a symbolic meaning, or maybe he just like it's very possible he just watching Superman the night before and he just decided to do that.
Hmm. Soundtrack, what'd you think of it?
Considering the fact that I've listened to it like 3 times since the movie, oh my god, it was amazing.
You know what was like a really good part of the soundtrack? When Wanda just finished like um destroying those little Ultron bots and she's walking and those dark like really low horns start playing. That was like that's when I knew Wanda was an
We'll
actual
see. This is
menace.
so there's that one. You know what else was really well done, and I think this is
Which one?
probably the best Danny Elfman's ever done it because obviously he had one failure in terms of trying to do this, and was the use of the '97 X-Men theme song. So it
Yeah,
was
when
used
was
right
that
when
used?
Charles appeared. It's very brief, and it was the very brief da da da
Hmm.
da 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 da. And it was very very brief, and it was blended perfectly with the rest of the sound that it's almost
Hmm.
unnoticeable. And
Yeah.
I noticed it because I'm a weird nerd, but I know it was almost unnoticeable because the people, the one good thing obviously about having very loud, rowdy people is when the credits are coming in, then it shows up, right? Obviously as part of that. And they're like, wait, when was the X-Men, the classic X-Men theme song used?
Well, you were being too damn loud, because when that thing was playing,
So
audience.
but that's the thing, like, and I think that's the one good thing is like they tell me, oh, hey, normal people don't notice that, only I do. Okay, cool.
Mhm. Yeah, you make a good point. It did show up like near the end of
Yeah,
the
and so I think,
credits.
and so it was. I
Yeah.
love the way they did that because if you think about the last time Danny Elfman tried to do this, try to meld a song, like a classic theme with,
Mhm.
the current movie. Take a guess what movie it was.
Yeah. Um, that
Nope.
Oz movie
It
that
was a
Sam
superhero
Raimi
movie.
did,
Nope.
Spider-Man. Um, Danny Elfman
It
didn't
was a
do No
theatrical
Way
movie.
Home.
DC.
Marvel or DC? Oh,
It was a movie that
okay.
there was a 4-hour version later
Um,
made.
oh,
Yeah, it was the Batman
Justice League.
classic Batman theme on the rooftop. So he
Oh,
tried to
no,
do
no, no,
that,
no, no, no. That one?
and
Okay.
it was bad. They did fit. But this one was amazing with the way he did it and the way he blended it. Like it wasn't too excessive where it was like, why the hell is this
Yeah.
playing? Like, come on. But it also wasn't like it wasn't remade and like like you think of Spider-Man, right? Like the Spider-Man theme, the original one
Mhm.
was remade for that movie. This one wasn't remade for that movie. It was just,
Yeah. Yeah, No Way Home, they did reconstruct their theme songs
yeah.
for Andrew and
But even
Toby.
the classic one from
Yeah.
Homecoming, that's the one. That's the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think damn that like the music fight, obviously we have to talk about that, right?
Oh yeah, that little music fight with Doctor Strange and the Evil
Yeah.
One.
You haven't seen What If, right? That makes
No.
sense, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're very behind. Wait, did you watch Inhumans?
Yeah. No, it was so
But
bad,
did you
dude.
watch it?
Remember?
I know
It
it was
was
bad. I watched it.
like
Okay, so
two
you watched
episodes.
did you watch the ones in IMAX? Oh, so you didn't go
No,
to watch them in
no,
IMAX. Okay.
no.
Because I did watch them. Obviously, I watched the whole show because I'm weird and I do weird things, and I watched a stupid show. It was
In
worth
an
it
IMAX theater.
because of
Oh.
this.
uh,
Now we'll talk
yep.
in a bit about the multiverse, and kind of more
Yeah.
specifically how Marvel basically did something so intelligent that I didn't think they were gonna do, but apparently they're very smart and good at their
Mhm.
job. So, but first, before we do that, we have to talk about the other thing that happened in this movie.
Yeah, the musical
Well,
note
no,
fight.
I mean, we could talk about that. That was just amazing the way it was done. Oh yeah, and the way they did that. So, like when they do the harp thing, right? It
Hmm.
that was, I mean, that was just amazing. That's it.
Yeah, that entire fight was so creative.
So, what did you think about the power levels of the characters?
Between
No,
Evil
just in
Doctor Strange
general.
and the good one. Um,
Basically, what do you think about Scarlet Witch having
honestly,
significantly more power than everybody else?
it makes sense. Um, because of what
Wait, did you
she's
watch WandaVision?
motivated by.
Right, fake fan. I
No,
forget. I keep forgetting you're a fake fan.
but apparently she took over. But she took over all of Westview. So
Yeah,
that's what I know.
you
With
know
like,
enough, but
just she was able to take over their minds. Um, but just because of knowing what Wanda was motivated by, it makes sense that she was insanely powerful.
well, also though, if you watched
And
WandaVision, which you didn't, so I'll enlighten you to what happened. She got well. I mean, I guess they kind of enlighten you, anyways. But like she basically got. She'd been practicing in the mountains with the Darkhold to try to get her kids back, which I guess they kind of explain in the movie, anyways. I don't know why I
yeah,
had to do that. Because you watched the movie. You have to watch WandaVision. Just watch it.
yep, yeah. Apparently, it was like really important
But it
to
wasn't
seeing
though
Doctor
because you
Strange
understood it
to
and you
watch
didn't watch it.
WandaVision. when Doctor Strange was like,
But
I know
that's
what
it.
happened at Westview. Like I already knew. That's when she took over a town with her
And
mind.
you know what's interesting, right? It's like you think about a comic book. You can reference something, right? And then they'll have like the little yellow box that'll have like, see
Hmm.
so and so whatever issue, right? And if you want to know what happens, you go back and you look at it. If not, you can keep going. Like there was no reason to need like you didn't need to watch WandaVision. Sam Raimi didn't watch WandaVision.
Hmm.
No, he said he
He
don't.
didn't.
He said he didn't even
Damn.
watch it. Like
And he still
I
managed to
think he
make a
watched.
damn
I
good
think he said he
movie.
watched like the end of it or something. But he said he didn't watch the whole
Hmm.
thing because you don't need to know what happens in WandaVision. And it obviously gives you more depth to the character, but that's it.
Hmm.
And so, did you think Doctor Strange was too weak?
I
Minus Darkhold, obviously.
wouldn't say weak. Yeah. Wouldn't say weak. Just say the same. Seems like he still got his
But
same
shouldn't he have been
powers.
strong? Shouldn't he have been stronger?
He should have been stronger. You're definitely right. But with like, I felt like it was a good amount. Where if you just take it up a bit, like one tiny notch, it could have been perfect. You know.
I mean, yeah, but like at the same time, it's like I don't know. It felt so weird because he just felt weak. I don't know. It's like and it was just there were these moments in the movie I'd be watching it and I'd be like, oh, this is cool, and then it'd be like, you telling me your entire arsenal of things as like this one thing that you can do. Like, one example
Yeah.
actually. The one thing I'm surprised they never did was he never actually tried to trap Wanda in the Mirrorverse.
Like he did with
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Only difference is Spider-Man was
Well,
able to get
Spider-Man
out of
trapped
it.
him in it and still, but like he
Yeah.
didn't try to do that because in theory, right? He could have trapped her there because in theory you're not supposed to be able to get out without like a
Hmm.
ring, right? Like that was the whole point of the mirror is where you can trap magic users and whatever.
Hmm.
So why didn't he try that? Like the closest thing to
Good
that he tried
question.
was he
You
tried
pose a
that
good question.
stupid thing which turned her into water,
Yeah, where the mirror was
which
water.
was
Yeah,
like okay.
that was strange. But yeah, you pose a good question about the mirror
Because I would have
dimensions.
done that if I were him. I would have even maybe tried
Yeah,
like the dark dimension, which we know exists. Although I don't know. Actually, no,
yeah.
I wouldn't have done that
Also,
because why the hell would I ever say, "Hey, Dormammu, meet this evil witch who's very powerful and has a dark hold"? Yeah, no.
I've come
Not
to
bargain. I'm
bargain
just gonna give
again.
you something powerful to take over the world. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Ignore I said that. Pretend I didn't say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. But the mirror world would or dimension would have
Also,
worked.
yeah. In Spider-Man it didn't, but for Wanda
Well,
it
even
probably
if it
would
didn't
work.
work, you're in no worse position. If anything,
Hmm.
it stalls her a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That felt weird to me, but
Also, that ending where we see Doctor Strange's third eye open. What was that about?
because the dark hold,
Oh, he
the dark
got the
hold, like
dark
it
hold.
has that. So I'm gonna explain an episode of What If to you, okay? Just briefly.
Okay.
So there's this one episode centered around Doctor Strange. I mean, it's all blended together in my head, so I'm just gonna pretend it's one episode. It might be more than that. So basically, the beginning of the episode is just watching. Is we just watch Doctor Strange keep trying to save the what's her name keeps getting wasted in every movie.
America.
Love interest.
America Chavez.
Yes, that's
Oh,
the one.
Christine Palmer.
Palmer. And
Yeah.
um, basically the beginning of the episode is she dies, right? And he tries to keep saving her,
Hmm.
but it never works, and she just keeps dying, right?
Yeah.
And then it drives him insane, and so what he tries to do then is he tries to because it's something like whatever he can't fix, he then tries to he starts trying to use more deeper and darker magic to try to find a way to change, like, given realities, right? Like things
Yeah.
that no matter how many times you go back in time, you can't change. And
I see what you
so
mean, yeah.
what happens is he goes crazy and he starts like doing all this weird magic stuff. And then, all this, he gets all this different power or whatever because of all this weird magic he's doing with the Darkhold. And then
Mhm.
and then by the end, the Watcher traps him in another dimension in like a little bubble thing.
Mhm.
And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that was
see.
basically the best version of that I can give you because I'm just kind of going off memory, and so. But he essentially,
Mhm.
basically did he spent like years doing magic and learning and becoming more powerful. And the third eye was just
Okay.
a part of
I
that.
see. Mhm. Because that third eye scene. That was like, wow, just oh my god.
And,
Yeah.
it was good. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Also, what do we know more about Clea's future
She's
in
going to
the
be in the
MCU?
MCU.
Do we
Doctor
know what
Strange 3.
movies? Oh right, there's
Well,
gonna be a
we
third
don't know
one.
yet, but
Yeah.
probably.
That was
Yes.
Charlize Theron, right? Yeah.
Your favorite
Yeah, I figured so.
action star. One of your favorite action stars.
Yeah, she was in Atomic Blonde. That was awesome.
Now let's talk about the multiverse a little bit. Because that's what we do.
Okay.
We talk about the multiverse. Sesame.
I'll ask you about that one scene where where Doctor Strange and America Chavez traveled through the multiverse. What'd you think of that? Like, how did you find that? Like, seeing the animated
Oh yeah, we
verse
gotta
and the
talk about that.
colors
Okay,
and all
cool,
that.
cool. Let's talk about it. So, what
What,
dimensions
what'd
did
you
you
think of
see?
it? The color, the animated universe, the one where they're all paint,
Okay, wait. Let me
the
rephrase that.
dinosaurs,
Which ones which
their
are
face.
relevant to Marvel did you see, or which ones did any of them catch your eye specifically?
There was one that looked futuristic, like a
What?
Blade
Okay,
Runner type of
good.
world.
You're there, almost there. Well, what character could possibly live in another version of New York, a futuristic one?
Spider-Man,
Ding ding ding. The winner.
Spider-Man
Okay, cool.
2099.
Nueva New York or Nueva York. What else did you see?
Like an old universe. It looked like it was the early
Why?
1900s, like before World
What
War
made it
One.
look like that?
The like really
Because
dark
what was the color?
color of the.
A
It was
black and
like
white
a
universe, you could say.
black and white. It was
Yes,
Spider-Man
there we
Noir.
go.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage played him
Yes.
in Into the Spider-Verse.
I can't believe they delayed those sequels. I don't
Yeah.
even care about Sony anymore. Yeah, that's it. Now those are the only two. At least
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Well, obviously, I'm sure we'll hear more about the different universes. Like I didn't catch any. Also, okay, we're just gonna agree on this, and you're just gonna tell me you agree with me. You would watch a
Mhm.
Disney Plus show of America Chavez trying to eat in the paint world, right?
Yes, that
Okay,
would be
good. We're on the same
interesting.
page there. Then good. Yeah, I need that to happen. Marvel, can we
Yeah.
please make this a Disney Plus show?
Yes, make it a Disney Plus show
So
now.
now, you know what's interesting? Marvel's smart. So Marvel was probably. I bet you Kevin Feige was probably watching some CW shows, and it was going watching some of the Flash, just randomly, and he was
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Hey, look how they're using the multiverse. They just keep bringing in characters, and then someone dies, and they just come back as another version of themselves. Like this Wells guy keeps showing up every season for 1,200 years. We're never doing that. That's stupid." And so
No.
what he proceeded to do was say, "Hey, let's just do the smart thing. Everything has consequences. Don't do stupid things, Doctor Strange. Time
Yeah.
travel,
Whoa, wait, oh,
everything
wait,
has
wait.
consequences."
Breaking. Wait,
What? Whoa,
breaking
what?
news
Breaking
actually.
news.
Sony's
What?
new board of directors has been released.
Is this a joke? This is a joke.
Look, it's Sony's
That's a bunch
board
of
of
clowns.
directors
That was good.
management.
I like that one. Um,
Jesus. uh, yeah, you were talking about the Kevin Feige
Right, yeah. So he
NCW
said, I'm
shows.
never doing that. I'm going to make sure there's consequences involved for time travel. I'm going to make sure there's consequences involved for multiverse travel. Why? Because it's stupid that you could just create new characters and there's no stakes attached.
Yep, Spider-Man had
But did
consequences
he?
for time travel. Everyone
But
forgot about it.
Doctor Strange talked to America Chavez about him.
Oh yeah, wait, how is that possible? If supposedly that spell was supposed to be to make everyone who knows Peter Parker forget who he is, how does Doctor Strange remember that kid? Or did Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness take place
Well, it
before
didn't because he was
the
talking
events
about the
of No
events
Way
of No Way
Home?
Home.
Oh yeah, yeah. So how is that possible?
So
Did the
let's
spell
see.
not work?
Let's list out some possibilities,
Because we
okay?
saw at the end. Because we saw at the end of No Way Home that Zendaya has no clue who this guy is. Same with Ned or Happy Hogan, and now all of a sudden, Doctor Strange was making mention of Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
So what's a possibility?
Maybe he was referring to the other two.
Well, I mean, there's a few possibilities. One, Sam Raimi didn't watch the Spider-Man movie, and no one caught that mistake.
Yeah, I'm sure he would watch a movie where his
Maybe he
Spider-Man
didn't.
was in it.
And maybe everyone who watched it before it came out never caught the mistake. Maybe it was just a big mistake, even though it's like a very explicit scene. Maybe Kevin Feige watched it and he's like, this seems all right. That's not likely, by the way. What's more likely is exactly what you said, which was the one I wanted to, the big reveal of like my idea I wanted to do, but then you ruined it because you said it. So, but yes, I think you're just talking about the other Spider-Man. But yeah, we don't know.
Weird.
But anyways, it's gonna be cool to figure that out eventually, probably, maybe. Who knows, actually. Now, the other part of it, which is interesting, is they made it so that the only people there's only one person in the entire MCU at this very moment who can travel through the multiverse.
Spider-Man. No, Kang.
Who can travel through the
Kang the
multiverse right now?
Conqueror. Doctor Strange.
Thank you.
America
My God.
Chavez.
You understand? This is like a multiple choice question. You would have failed, right? This took you like 5 guesses. There's like 5 characters in the movie who like have a chance. You name characters who weren't even in the movie. You name Spider-Man.
Yeah. Because I heard Kevin Feige once say he was going to be the only hero that now has the power to travel through the multiverse.
No, but that's because Kevin Feige had to make an excuse for Sony. It's okay, but no one cares about Sony.
Yes.
Except for you, because you watched the movie.
Yep. Ugh, Sony, you clowns.
What was I going to say?
Who can travel through the multiverse?
Right, yeah,
and
that's
I
the
said
one.
America
Okay,
Chavez.
so I don't know why I just lost my train of thought there. I don't even know what. Oh yeah, so not everyone can travel through the multiverse. That's what I was gonna say. So because of that, it makes it a lot harder for there to be multiversal travel. Because like in Flash, right? They make these convenient devices which makes everyone be able to do it. They also did it in Endgame technically, but we'll ignore that. But when we're gonna get our next taste of multiversal stuff? No.
Not Thor: Love and Thunder. No.
Ant-Man.
When?
We're gonna learn how the
right,
quantum realm now
yeah.
connects to this America Chavez punching things.
Multiverse.
We're gonna learn about this connect, and then Loki season 2, obviously. So
Loki,
those will be the projects we'll kind of learn about how this stuff all relates, because it doesn't make any sense right now. Like, how does the thing where you go small and go very small turn into a girl punching air? But Doctor Strange is amazing, and like it just felt like and the one thing about this movie, which we're gonna have to eventually, whenever it comes out on Disney Plus, we'll do an audio commentary on this, right? And I'll be able to talk about it more specifically. But the one thing about MCU movies typically is they don't have good scene transitions, right? You know, like when you go scene to scene. This movie did, and it's a very small, irrelevant thing, but I liked it. So, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like we're forgetting stuff. We didn't talk about. Have we even mentioned the existence of Wong?
No. Wong the Great.
So Wong is a character in this movie. Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme.
He's always the delight.
Wong
I'm not
stole
even
the
gonna
show.
lie. He did. He low-key did. But like, whenever Wong is in a film, like even for like the couple of minutes he was in No Way Home, he was still awesome.
What the hell was he doing in Shang-Chi? That's never been resolved, by the way.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, you know, the end credit scene where he takes
that was weird.
We never got a resolution. That we also don't know where he was going in Spider-Man. No, I guess he was going to
Kamar-Taj.
Shang-Chi, right?
Huh,
We have to figure
maybe.
we have that I don't know what happened there, but we'll find out eventually, probably. Oh yeah, the other thing, Marvel, please. Okay, look, I'm gonna ask you nicely. Stop teasing the Young Avengers and give me the damn Young Avengers. Thank you. I don't like this. We've been teased this Young Avengers thing for so long. Can we just get the movie announcement, please? I know we still got a few more to introduce, and you know, between Black Panther 2 and who else? What other movies are going to introduce things?
Not Thor.
Well, kind of Thor, but
no.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna. Oh yeah, here. Let's make a prediction, okay? I think Viv Vision will be introduced in Armor Wars. That's the one. And I think that obviously we know Ironheart's gonna be introduced in Black Panther 2, and then obviously we'll have our own show, and then we know that Kamala is gonna be introduced in Miss Marvel, and then the Marvels, whatever.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, so we know all those are happening.
Can I be honest?
I don't
think
know if
the Marvels. I don't think if the Marvels is a film I'm gonna go watch, to be honest. Despite the fact that Brie Larson is kind of gonna be sidelined in this, which is a big W.
No, I don't think you understand. Okay, this is how it's gonna work. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Okay, you're gonna watch that movie. You know why? Because I will drag you there.
Why?
I will drag you to it. You're watching it.
Cap.
No, I'm not even kidding.
Cap. We're gonna go to like the Scotiabank Theater or something.
I will literally kidnap you and drag you to that theater. Okay? I will make you watch that movie.
You're gonna hold me against my will. You're gonna probably tie me to that chair in the theater.
Fully.
Oh God.
You're gonna be walking home from class, and then someone's gonna throw a bag over your head, and then you're gonna appear in a theater. Yeah.
Oh, that's a pleasant kidnapping, and then the Miss Marvel title comes up, and then that's when I know. Oh
You've
God.
Gotta watch it. Yeah, you have to watch every MCU movie. There's no choice. Hold on. So now you're getting kind of these moral quandaries when you went and willingly watched Morbius and Dark Phoenix.
Okay.
Saying. No, you didn't.
I had to see Morbius because people were like talking so bad about it.
What if people talk really bad about the Marvels, and will you watch it?
I just don't like Brie Larson and her existence as an actress.
Yeah,
She's just
you like
an annoying
Jared Leto?
person. Yes. I will take a Jared Leto movie over Brie Larson
that's
any
just
day of the week.
untrue. So, who wants to flame some critics' reviews? Wait, rate this out of 10 while I pull up the critics' reviews.
Oh God, you got me dying, bro.
If you can, muster enough breath.
Oh. Composure. Yeah.
Okay. Rated out of 10. No.
Morbius?
This movie.
The Marvels?
The movie
Or
we
Doctor
just
Strange?
watched yesterday.
Doctor Strange. Probably like a 7.8 out of 10.
Okay. 7.8 out of 10. I disagree with you heavily. I'll go 8.5. I would probably choose about an 8, but
Yeah.
I think the existence of Mr. Fantastic just jumps it a little bit. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's completely based on like my fanboyness, but I don't care. We're gonna read some critic
you're
reviews,
right.
okay?
For
No, we're gonna
Doctor
read some from
Strange?
Morbius because that's what we're talking about now, right? No, obviously Doctor Strange. We're gonna read some bad reviews, by the way, because I don't like reading good reviews. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is too jumbled and over-anxious for coherent amusement. Hard to believe that Marvel is still churning out this garbage so long after Man of Steel rooted its characters to humane instinct throughout time.
That was from Armand White of the
You have Rotten
National
Tomatoes pulled up.
Review.
Wow. So we're gonna go see what.
Caroline. Yeah,
Hold on. Before we
Caroline
do this, we
C
have to go
from
down.
Fox
This is
10.
what we have to do when we read a review. We have to now go and we have to figure out what they rated the last DC movie.
The Batman?
Oh, he also hated Shang-Chi. No, the last real DC movie. It's like a bad movie, basically. He somehow in August.
Apparently he didn't like. He gave a bad review to the Batman.
So, do we trust this man? No, we don't.
I don't know if he didn't like the. He didn't like the Batman either. That's crazy. All right, let me get this one. Caroline C from Fox 10, Phoenix,
We're not going to
Arizona.
expose these people like this.
Save for.
Okay.
Yes. Save for one cool and brief visual sequence, this multiverse feels less mad than studio mandated. All right, Caroline from Phoenix, Arizona. Let's see what you thought about the Batman.
I'm trying to figure out what this fan thought of BVS, but I can't find it.
She gave Batman a C+. Oh my god, these people.
Let me see. Come on, give me something here. I need something here. Come on. He hated Birds of Prey. He hated 1917 for some reason, and Just Mercy.
What?
And Uncut Gems, and Little Women, and Rise of Skywalker, and Bombshell, and A Beautiful Day in the. How do you hate A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood?
How do you hate A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood?
And
in
The
1917?
Report, and Marriage Story, and Dolomite Is My Name, and Harriet, and The Irishman, and Black and Blue.
Oh wow.
And Jojo Rabbit, and Parasite, and Joker.
Did he just hate? Oh my god.
He hates everything. He hates everything that's good.
Oh my god. Black and Blue, Joker, everything. No, not A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, 1917.
He hated
oh my
Soul.
god, this guy's
He hated
insane.
Minari. He hated Judas and the Black Messiah. He hated Sound of Metal. He hated Promising Young Women.
God.
He hated Nomadland. He hated Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. He hated Time. He hated Tenant. He hated Wonder Woman 1984. He hated Mank. He hated Hillbilly Elegy. He hated.
Mm-hmm.
What else did he hate? He hated Kajillionaire. He hated Mulan, the live action one. He hated Hamilton. How do you hate a play? I mean, I guess you could. Like, how do you hate a good play?
Exactly.
This man might literally not. Oh, he hated The Trial of the Chicago 7. He hated Dear Evan Hansen. He hated this 2021 Cinderella. He hated Candyman. He hated Respect. We can ignore the jokes there. He hated Stillwater. He hated No Sudden Move.
What? No, he did not. He did not hate Stillwater. He did not just say that.
He hated Fast 9. He hated In the Heights. I think he hates Lin-Manuel Miranda too. He hated Cruella. He hated Army of the Dead. He hated Piece of a Woman. He hated One Night in Miami. He hated Godzilla vs. Kong. He loves Zack Snyder's Justice League though.
Okay, that makes sense.
How do these people? How are these people allowed to be critics?
I don't know. This dude literally hates like some of the best movies that just came out.
Okay, let's do someone else.
I saw one from Jeff Mitchell.
No, we're gonna go to this person here. This Kevin Fox Jr.
Kevin Fox Jr. from Paste Magazine gave the movie a 6.8 out of 10.
Okay, what do you say? Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is everything you could reasonably expect from a Sam Raimi Kevin Feige collaboration, but not much more. Let's see what he hates. Okay, we're gonna expose this man too.
All right, we're gonna expose you, Kevin Fox Jr.
He
from
hated that
Paste
one.
Magazine.
He's reviewed 3 movies in his entire career. That's not fun. Okay, let's do Jeff Mitchell.
Oh wow.
Let me make sure he's reviewed more movies. Okay, he has. Okay, cool.
Jeff Mitchell gave the film a
That's 50%.
2 out of 4.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Read it.
All right. So, Jeff Mitchell says, despite some big moments in the multiverse and Raimi raising Cain in some glorious spots, this movie conjures frustration. For starters, the title character feels like a secondary one. All right.
Well,
Jeff.
obviously, it's Wanda's movie. Let's see what else you hated.
Yeah. He hated Memory.
But it's okay. Most people did.
Yeah, not me.
In another
We'll talk
episode.
about that more. He gave the Batman
He rates out things out of 4, which sucks, because then it's hard to like. He hated Uncharted, but like it's hard to like flame him for things because he doesn't hate because he rates things out of 4. He's not fun. Let's find someone who's better at their job of hating things. Yeah, try to find like the most like.
Lisette Lanuza
No, we're gonna do this
from
one. Okay.
Fangirlish.
Samuel R. Moraine, Parade Magazine.
Samuel. He gave the film a
Oz
2 out
the
of
Great
5.
and Powerful had more personality. So as someone who has seen, and I actually believe yes, I know for a fact, I actually own Oz the Great and Powerful. That movie does not have, don't ask why, by the way. That's just something we don't ask about. Okay?
It's Sam Raimi. I don't blame you.
That movie is a disaster.
Oh, okay.
So he's wrong.
Okay, wait. He gave the Batman a 4.5 out of 5, but gave Spider-Man No Way Home a 2.5 out of 5.
Designed.
Oh my God.
Wait, I can't even read. Wait, can you read it?
Let's
it's not letting me see the full
see.
thing. For some reason.
Parade.com.
Because I don't.
So this guy made a list of the 9 best Spider-Man movies, and he put No Way Home at number 7.
Yeah, no, that's not allowed. Okay, I'm bored of him now. I want someone better. Why can't we just find bad critics? Even occasional bits of Sam Raimi infused horror aren't enough to right the lilting ship of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He gave it a C-. But why? Brent McKnight? What do you hate? Let's see. You hate bad movies and you like good movies, except for some of them. Like, you like the Batman. You gave it a B-.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like bad movies. You for the most part, you're good. Okay, you're not fun. Why are there no fun critics right now? Okay, I don't think there's anyone else that's super fun. Because now these are credible people, and I don't like that.
Anthony Lane from The New Yorker said, as for story points, I saw nothing that answers to that description. All we get is a grab bag of oddments. All right, Anthony Lane. Let's see what you got, bruh.
But typically, if you're
He
employed by
didn't like
real
the Northman.
things, then it's not bad.
Okay, he liked Ambulance. That's good. He didn't like the Batman.
Wait,
What
okay, I have a
else?
question for you actually, because there's this review I was kind of just skimming through. It brought us thing, and I want to ask you this, okay? And this can
Yeah.
kind of be our closing kind of thing. Is do you think Sam Raimi was given basically total creative control?
Yes, and it's
So
a good thing.
you did it feel like he was given total creative control?
He was 100% given total creative control, and I'm saying that it's actually a good thing that he was
And
given
would
the
you have him
creative
direct
control.
3?
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Because the review reading was saying, the solace is. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't. So can we just talk about how we were robbed for a second? I completely forgot about this. Do you remember when the villain
Yeah.
was supposed to be Nightmare?
In
Yeah.
in this movie, and it turns out to be
We got
Wanda
Serpent
Maximoff.
Society by Marvel again. Did you get that
Poor
reference?
Marvel.
When they
Serpent
announced,
Society.
remember
Nah.
initially they announced Captain America 3 was going to be Captain America, and it was going to be about the Serpent Society, but then it was
But
about
then it was
Civil
about the
War
Avengers.
and Spider-Man
Yeah.
because they're kind of hiding it. They Serpent Society us by saying Nightmare's gonna be the villain, and then it turns out just multiverse is your dreams, and that was the Nightmare extent of it. I hated that, by the
Yeah.
way, the multiverse being your dreams. That sucked.
Yeah.
But thank you all for listening to this special review thing.
Of Doctor Strange into the
Yeah.
multiverse of madness.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you're following us on social media. I said that all wrong. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you're listening to us from a podcast app, is what I meant to say, then leave a review, rating, whatever, all that stuff. iTunes especially does that stuff. And if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts. Follow us on social media. If you're watching us on YouTube, it's at the bottom of the screen. If not, it's in the description of the podcast.
Also, go to your local theater.
Again,
Watch Multiverse of Madness in 3D.
I think they're all 3D now. But anyways, make sure that you always are that you. I don't know what I was going to say. Make sure you watch it again. Actually, no, don't do that. Watch it again after opening weekend.
Then the
No,
crowd
it's
will
because
be
I need
less
my prediction
rowdy.
to be right.
Oh, right, about
So I have
the,
to discourage people from
box
watching until
office
after
predictions.
opening weekend, so that the opening weekend numbers, because these preview day numbers scare me a little bit. They're very high, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I need to be right. I'm not gonna let you win. I'm not gonna let you win.
This is the
It is
competition.
war.
This is war, my friend.
And yeah, and then don't forget to check out our other stuff. We have some cool stuff coming out. Sent a few more requests to people to see if they want to talk to us in interviews.
Yes, we are very soon, hopefully, by crossing our fingers and praying to God, we are hopefully going to
Oh,
get
multiple
someone,
people.
and we're
Oh,
going
it's
to
gonna be
hope
great.
for an interview.
But more details to come soon.
Multiple folks.
We're not gonna
We're
show
hoping for an interview.
show our cards yet fully.
But we're hoping for an interview.